Alright folks, so in this video we're going to take on a bit of a architectural and building code, building safety, bit of math. Okay, so what we've got is we're recognizing that the National Building Code specifies that we cannot have more than 30% of a wall be made of windows. Okay? The architect wants to add a series of 2 foot diameter windows above the existing circles. So we're talking, maybe a series of them, something along those lines. Okay? But the problem is we need to take a look at our measurements, okay? Basically determine what the maximum number of round windows the architect can add to this design and still meet building codes. So this is actually kind of asking two things. Okay. One, can we add windows? And two, if we can, how many? So to approach this, okay, the first thing that we should probably be looking at is the actual dimensions of the wall. Okay. So in this case, basic geometry, we have a wall that is they're small, but we're basically talking 8 feet and 20 feet. Okay, and just knowing what we've got, we've got 3 foot there, 6 foot there, 3 foot all across, 2 and 6 again. Okay, so just making that a little easier to read since I had to scale it down a little bit. So, starting with the wall. Wall area is basically the 8 feet by 60, by 20 feet, which is 160 square feet. The windows, at least the existing ones, are 3 by 6 square feet, 3 foot by 6 foot. Okay. We've got 2 of those, plus we have a window that is 2 foot by 3 foot. So, wall is basically 8 times 20. Okay, actually, we've calculated that. Okay, but we can double check it in the calculator. We see the numbers check out. Okay, 3 times 6 times 2 of them. Okay, so 18 times 2 basically gives us helps if I actually do the multiplication. So 3 times 6 times 2, okay, gets us 36 square feet plus another 6 square feet. So the windows basically already exist at 42 square feet. Okay. So the next step in this is, can we add more windows? Okay. So we basically need to find what percentage of this wall is already windows. To do that, 42 square feet divided by the 160 square feet. So 42 divided by 160 times the 100%, okay, just to make sure that we're getting the percentile value, means that we're dealing already with 26.25% windows. So the good news is that's below the 30%. We are checked off, we're good to go, we can add more windows. The second part is where we have to kind of recognize if we can go ahead and find out how many of those windows we can do. Okay. Now, there are two ways of kind of doing this. Okay. Slow detailed math, or we can try and do some fast calculations. So, not going to opt for the slow detailed math because basically it's some guess and check or crunching the numbers. Because basically what that means is instead of doing the 72 divided by 160, we're adding this, the square foot coverage of the round windows. Okay? The faster version is still going to call for the same information. So we're going to have to take a moment and step back and find out what's the size of the circular window. But in the fast calculations, we basically find the percentage of one window, okay? Specifically those round windows. Okay? So, thinking about round surfaces, okay, round surface areas, we know that the area of a circle is equal to pi r squared. And while we're not given the radius, we are given a diameter, okay? And we know that the diameter is 2 times the radius. Okay? So the area of the circles that we're looking at are basically pi times 1 foot squared, or effectively 3.14 square feet, okay, for each additional window. Knowing that, okay, this is where we can hit that fast calculation. Okay? If we take the 3.14 square feet, divide that by the 160 square feet wall, times that 100, okay, and that tells us that one window is going to be equal to 1.9625%. Okay? So this is where we can do some fairly basic addition and subtraction. Okay? If we take that 26.25% of the existing windows and add 1.9625, we're basically saying 26.25 plus 0.2, plus 2 is still going to be below 60. So we can say about, okay, approximately 28.25% means one circular window. We're good to go. Okay? But we do a second addition to that. Okay? We're getting approximately 30.25, and again, we're basically rounding that to 2. Okay? And we're being able to tell that we cannot add those 2 windows. Okay? Not an option. Okay? So that's the fast math. We can safely add one additional window, okay, one of the circular ones. Now, when we have time, when we have the ability, this is when it would be a good idea to go ahead and kind of do the slow, guess and check numbers. Okay? So if we tried to put in 2 windows, okay, say that we tried to do the 46.28, okay, 2 circular windows plus the 42, divided by 160, okay, I entered that wrong. Okay, so 42 plus 3.14 plus 3.14, that's actually 6.28 plus 42, so 48.28 divided by 160 times 100. And this is where we're seeing, yeah, not quite as high as the 30.25 for the quick calculations, but verifying it, 2 windows is 30.175, which is still too big for that 30% building code. Okay, so still can't do that. We've confirmed our work basically. We've double checked it. Okay, always a good practice with engineering math. And the answer is still what we got a little while ago. You know, we can still add one circular window, or the architect can go back and maybe take a look at some other possibilities, maybe reducing the size of the windows, changing the size of the wall. Could be a number of things that he does to get to his design. But at least in terms of building code, you know, we have to stick to basically the law. So hope this helps. Hope this helps clarify the ideas and how you're actually using percentile in some of your calculations. So best of luck, and as always, if you need some help, leave questions, comments, you know, shoot me a message, because I'm always looking for ways to help you guys out.